Hi, my name is Asghar and welcome to How to Start a Business with £500. Today what I want to talk about is, does networking work? Now what I've done, I've invited Paul, who's been helping me over the last couple of videos, and we're going to interact and say whether networking does actually work. Now for me, last week I went to a Lincolnshire Chamber of Commerce event that was organised, and over there we did speed networking, a bit like speed dating but for businesses. And the idea is you go around and speak to each individual for 1 minute and you tell them about your business, and they do a pitch at the same time, talk about their business for 1 minute. And I must say there was probably around about 40 of us all together, and so I managed to get around and meet 20 people, and 2 minutes at a time. It takes a little bit longer than that, very well organised, and I'll talk about how and I got on with that one. And Paul, I also know that you part of a network as well.
I'm involved with 4N Networking, and I'm actually the marketing assistant for my local branch, which is Grantham in Lincolnshire. And we do it a different way to the speed side of it, so I'll be interested to know how you got on and how you found that. So yeah, how did it go? Okay,
so what we had, right, is we split the group up. One group sat still.
Right.
The whistle went and you have 1 minute to pitch what you're doing, and what I wanted to talk about was Justin Gifts.
Okay.
And I told them what the business idea was, that we set up this particular business blog, and what I was looking for is people to one, join the blog,
okay,
comment on the blog and contribute to the blog as well.
Okay.
Then they would tell me about their business for another minute, and then you move on. So what I did, I collected 20 business cards and told people about what I did, of which I then came back, I emailed them and asked them to join the blog, and already we've had some people taking it up and they've joined the blog.
So out of 20, how many would you say joined?
Well, at the moment I think we've had a couple, right? But don't forget, I only did it last Thursday,
right?
And then I sent the email out on Friday, so we're on Tuesday, so there's only a couple of days yet.
Okay.
So early days, but we've had a couple of people taking on the message that I've got across, and we've got more people onto the Justin Gift blog.
And is there a follow-up networking event? Is it a regular event or is it a one-off?
This is just a one-off that's been organised by the Lincolnshire Chamber of Commerce, and yeah, it's just a one-off. But for me, it was to go around, tell them about the blog, and then ask them to participate within the blog itself.
Okay.
And for me, yeah, networking did work, because I said I've already had people joining and contributing to the blog.
So you found it worthwhile?
For me, indeed.
Okay.
Indeed.
We do things a bit different at 4N. The sort of slogan is meet, know, like, trust at 4N, and the idea being you're going to do business with people that you know, like and trust. So what we do at 4N, it's a regular event, it's every other week. So in Grantham, that's every other Wednesday. We get together, we get there for about 7:45, 8 o'clock, and there's general sort of chit chat and banter. Then we go and get a breakfast, and during the breakfast we have what we call the 40-second round, and that's when you get to stand up and you have 40 seconds to introduce yourself, talk about your business, what you do. After that, that's when you swap your business cards. You have another quick break. So from the 40 seconds you decide who you'd like to speak to, and we have 3 10-minute sessions. So every time you go, in effect you're going to have 3 10-minute business meetings with other members of the group. After we've swapped business cards, we have what we call a foresight, and that would be where somebody like yourself could get up and talk for 10 to 20 minutes as an insight into your industry or what you're trying to do. It's not a sales pitch, so you're not there just to sat and being sold at. People might, it can be something interesting about their lives. You know, we had about one guy went from aeroplanes, which is your background, into pigs, which is his utility warehouse business. But he talked about his journey, how he got there. You know, it's quite interesting. Okay. And I've done one on SEO, etc. After the foresight slot, then you have your 3 10-minute meetings, and then we'll go home, and then we see each other again in a fortnight. Now, I don't know what I feel about your speed side of things, because the whole ethos at 4N and what seems to work is, you know, if you go on the first day and expect to get business, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. It's all about getting a relationship with people. And in fact at 4N they don't even stop you know, more than one accountant can come. They'll quite happily have several people from the same industry, because if you don't like the one accountant that's there at some other groups we could mention, you're not going to do business with him anyway.
Indeed.
So it's totally open. And I've been going now since probably April time this year. It's now November, and it's producing good work for me now, but it took me probably 3-4 months before I started getting work from it.
I suppose the other thing is people have got to know you.
meet, know, like, trust.
Yeah,
They meet me, they get to know me, they get to like me, hopefully, or trust, hopefully both. But that's when it comes. And I've had some good referrals, and I've found some really good suppliers through it.
Okay. I mean, for me, okay, on the speed networking one, okay, is I was just introducing the project.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I actually met 4 people who I've rung up who I wanted to do business with.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
I met one guy who talked to me about Facebook and how he can help us to develop Facebook using quizzes.
Yeah.
Something that I've not heard of, which was quite interesting. I met another guy who's come out of the Air Force, but really he's starting a business but doesn't know where to go about. And I would just think if blog, it's something, it's going to work for him. There was another lady.
SEO. Give him a call.
Yeah. Well, he's already on there. The other one was I met a lady. They put apprentices into companies.
Okay.
And I spoke to her, and she said, "Look, we may be able to use your stuff and advise people who come to us about starting a business." So for me, okay, is I made contacts, and within those contacts, we're going to do hopefully more work. They may not necessarily buy from me,
sure.
but I've been able to out there and tell them, and I've got 20 business cards of people that I've met now, and it's up to me what I do with it.
You've got to follow up, and I guess the thing about 4N is you've got to follow up. So I think what we're saying is, does networking work? Well, you say yes and I say yes, and it's 2 different approaches. And maybe it would be good if I came to one of the speed networking events when there's one on, and it might be good if you came to one of ours, because I guess yours is like a shotgun, and mine's a bit more laser targeted, but it takes time.
Okay. I suppose the other thing is for me to sort of wrap this up, Paul, okay, is we've talked about physical networking. I suppose what we need to do, okay, is networking using social media.
Yes.
Whether it's LinkedIn, Facebook, and so on. And does that work? And maybe we could do another one later on.
Yeah, sure.
To talk about those things. So what can we learn from that, okay, right? We've looked at 2 styles of networking. One is what we call speed dating. Individually, you go around and you tell people about your business, which is a short-term one. And then you've got the long-term one, which is where you actually join an organisation, and within that organisation you meet people on a regular basis, and it takes a long time to cultivate. But from what you're saying, you've had business from it.
I've had good business from it, and also found very good suppliers. And I won't say it's long-term; it's probably medium to long-term. But they always say it's 50% social as well, and we do have a really good time. And I'd go even if I didn't get any work to 4N, which I suppose defeats the object. But we do have a good time.
So till next time. And we're going to do the next presentation on networking using LinkedIn. Till then, bye.